Hello caffeine fiends and vault dwellers, and welcome to another video for www.getbeaned.com. I'm the Mean Bean Machine, and today we're looking at something slightly different. Now, because we're all stuck inside and can't go out and enjoy the sun, I've picked up on a little thing I've found on the internet, so we're going to see if it actually works. That's right, I'm going to try a recipe. Now, I'm no Nigella, but what you will need is a teaspoon, a mixing bowl, some instant coffee. That's not how we usually operate, but yep, instant coffee today. Sugar, a whisk dessert glass or something to serve a sort of dessert drink in. Hot water, I've just boiled the kettle. And milk and or milk alternative. As you can see, I've gone for oat milk. And something to steam that milk with. I will be using my espresso machine. You can probably just foam it up with one of those like milkshake whisks or whatnot. But we're going to try this recipe. I've not tried it before, so touch wood, this works. We're going to take the teaspoon and get 2 teaspoons of the instant coffee into the bowl. Lovely. We do exactly the same with the sugar, 2 teaspoons. With your hot water, exactly the same. Then we whisk it all together. Now what we really want is quite a thick mixture. It doesn't look too appetizing at the moment, I will admit that. But what you really want is this mixture to start becoming kind of a light and fluffy mixture. As you can see there, mine's quite liquidy at the moment. So we may have to add more sugar and coffee, but be careful not to kind of overpower it. But yeah, you do need it to thicken up a bit more than that. Now, what we're trying to see here is we're trying to beat until stiff, matron. As you can see, that's starting to get a kind of gloopier texture. So if you keep going until you get a bit of solidity out of it, we want to see something kind of akin to whipped cream, perhaps, or more of a mousse. As you can see now, I've added a touch more sugar, a touch more coffee. Literally just pinches, because you don't want to overpower it, but just to kind of balance out the water. And basically what you're doing with the whisk is beating air in, so you get these kind of stiff peaks. So you can see it's quite gloopy and stiff there. It's got a cream-like texture. It's quite solid, so that should be enough. That to one side. You now want your milk or milk alternative, and you're going to foam it up. Your milk is nice and steamed, then we are moving now towards the serving section. So if you get your dessert glass out, or you know, whatever you're going to serve this in. Now, if you have a freezer and have the time, freeze up some ice and then put a couple of blocks into your serving. Now, ice isn't a vital component if you've foamed your milk. However, you can do this without foamed milk, and then the ice will be kind of a good thing to have. Or you can foam your milk and you don't need the ice, but I've done both. So I'm going to add 2 more blocks of ice to this. 5 blocks, and I'm going to take my nice foamy milk, knock out too many air bubbles, give it a swirl, make sure it's nice and thick. Now really you want the foam, so you have to get a reasonable pour on this. You don't want too much. For those of you who can do a barista pour, good for you. Or you can spoon the foam on. So I'm going to try and spoon as much foam on as I can before I do my pour. Right, so here goes with the old pour. Too much liquid there. Now we've got that, we simply return to our whipped coffee and spoon it on top. Lovely. And that is how you make whipped coffee. Cheers. Oh, that's lovely, that is.